Welcome to our peaceful journey. Close your eyes now, dear listener, and let your breathing slow to a gentle rhythm. Feel your shoulders relax, your muscles soften, as we prepare to embark on a tranquil journey through time. Tonight, we'll walk together through the misty corridors of history, discovering the tender stories of our most beloved canine companions. Imagine, if you will, settling into the softest armchair by a crackling fireplace. The flames dance lazily, casting warm golden shadows on ancient books filled with tales of loyalty, courage, and unconditional love. These are the stories of dog breeds, not just tales of genetics and breeding, but chronicles of friendship that span thousands of years. As we begin this peaceful exploration, let your mind drift like morning mist over rolling hills. We'll visit ancient civilizations where the first bonds between humans and dogs were forged in starlight and sealed with trust. We'll wander through medieval castles where noble hounds padded silently across cold stone floors, through rustic farmyards where working dogs helped families survive harsh winters, and into cozy cottages where lapdogs brought comfort to weary hearts. Each breed we encounter tonight has a story, a beautiful, sometimes heartbreaking, always inspiring tale of how these magnificent creatures came to share our lives, our homes, and our hearts. So breathe deeply now. Let your worries fade away like autumn leaves on a gentle breeze, and prepare to be transported to a world where loyalty was currency, where courage came in all sizes, and where love had 4 legs and a wagging tail. Chapter 1. The Greyhound, ancient grace running through time. Swift as the wind, gentle as a whisper, noble as the dawn. In the beginning, when the world was young and mysterious, when pharaohs ruled the golden sands of Egypt, and the Nile flowed like liquid silver under desert stars, there lived a dog of extraordinary grace. Picture yourself now, floating gently on a papyrus boat down the ancient Nile, the air warm and fragrant with lotus blossoms, as we meet the greyhound, perhaps the most ancient of all dog breeds. Close your eyes and travel back 4,500 years to a time when the Great Pyramid was already ancient, standing sentinel over a civilization that revered the greyhound as a gift from the gods themselves. In the cool shadows of limestone temples, these elegant hounds padded silently beside pharaohs and priests, their slender forms carved into tomb walls for eternity, ensuring they would accompany their beloved masters into the afterlife. The ancient Egyptians believed that greyhounds possessed souls so pure they could guide spirits through the underworld. These weren't merely hunting dogs, they were sacred beings, mummified with the same care as royalty, wrapped in fine linen and adorned with precious jewels. Archaeological discoveries have revealed greyhound mummies resting beside their pharaohs, testament to a bond so strong it transcended death itself. Imagine the morning mist rising from the Nile as a young pharaoh, perhaps Tutankhamun himself, walks along the riverbank with his beloved greyhound. The dog's coat gleams like polished bronze in the early sunlight, every muscle perfectly sculpted, every movement a study in fluid grace. These dogs were so treasured that only royalty could own them, and killing a greyhound was punishable by death. But the greyhound story doesn't end in Egypt's golden sands. Like whispered secrets carried along desert winds, these magnificent dogs traveled along ancient trade routes, their reputation spreading across continents. Greek pottery from 500 BCE depicts greyhounds in mythological scenes, running alongside gods and heroes. The Greeks called them gaze hounds for their ability to spot prey from impossible distances, their large dark eyes scanning horizons like living telescopes. Picture now the marble steps of a Greek temple where a philosopher sits in contemplation while his greyhound rests beside him, both gazing up at the stars that seem close enough to touch. The ancient Greeks saw in the greyhound's form the perfect expression of mathematical beauty, the golden ratio made flesh, speed given elegant form. As centuries flowed like gentle streams, the greyhound found its way to Rome, where gladiators and emperors alike marveled at their speed. Roman mosaics show these dogs racing through gardens of the wealthy, their forms captured mid-leap, forever frozen in artistic tribute to their incredible athleticism. The Romans, practical as always, developed the sport of coursing. But even in sport, the greyhound's inherent nobility shone through. Let your mind drift now to medieval Britain, where morning fog clings to rolling green hills dotted with ancient stone circles. Here, Norman nobles brought greyhounds from continental Europe, and these dogs became symbols of aristocracy. The greyhound appears in the coats of arms of countless noble families, their image synonymous with honor, loyalty, and noble birth. In medieval times, owning a greyhound was restricted by law to the nobility. Common folk were forbidden to keep these royal hounds. The forest laws decreed that only those earning more than 40 shillings a year could own a greyhound, making them literally worth their weight in silver. Picture a medieval castle on a misty morning where a young lord practices falconry with his greyhound running gracefully alongside, both creatures embodying the ideals of chivalry and noble bearing. The greyhound's gentle nature became legendary. Unlike fiercer hunting breeds, greyhounds killed swiftly and cleanly, then returned peacefully to their masters. Medieval texts described them as gentle when stroked, fierce when provoked, swift when unleashed, a perfect metaphor for controlled power and refined strength. As we journey through the Renaissance, imagine Leonardo da Vinci sketching the perfect proportions of a greyhound, trying to capture in art what nature had perfected over millennia. These dogs appeared in countless paintings of the period, often resting at the feet of saints or noble ladies, their presence adding an aura of refinement and spiritual purity. The greyhound's story takes on new warmth as we move into more recent centuries. No longer just symbols of nobility, they became beloved companions to writers and artists. The great poet Lord Byron famously adored his greyhound, writing touching verses about his canine friend's loyalty and gentle nature. Picture Byron's estate on a moonlit evening, the poet walking his gardens with his greyhound, both finding solitude and inspiration under star-lit skies. In Victorian times, greyhounds experienced a renaissance as both racing dogs and gentle family companions. The Industrial Revolution had created a new class of wealthy merchants who embraced greyhound racing as the sport of kings, while simultaneously discovering these dogs' remarkable qualities as house pets. Victorian families delighted in the greyhound's paradoxical nature, capable of incredible speed, yet content to spend most of their day sleeping peacefully by the fire. Imagine a Victorian parlor on a snowy evening where children read by gaslight while a retired greyhound sleeps contentedly on a Persian rug, having traded the excitement of the track for the quiet joys of family life. These dogs earned the nickname 40-mile-per-hour couch potatoes, perfectly capturing their dual nature as supreme athletes who are equally content with a sedentary lifestyle. The Labrador Retriever, from icy waters to warm hearts. In waters cold and hearts so warm, through storm and calm they guide us home. Drift now, gentle dreamer, across the vast Atlantic Ocean, where icebergs float like crystal castles and the northern lights dance across star-filled skies. Here, in the rugged, windswept waters of Newfoundland, begins one of the most heartwarming stories in canine history, the tale of the Labrador Retriever, a breed born from necessity but destined to become the world's most beloved family companion. Picture yourself standing on the rocky shores of Newfoundland in the early 1500s, where the air is crisp and clean, filled with the scent of salt spray and pine forests. Portuguese and Spanish fishermen have arrived in these rich waters, and with them came dogs, sturdy, water-loving canines who would work alongside their masters in the dangerous business of cod fishing. But these weren't yet the labs we know today. They were the sturdy ancestors, dogs whose love of water and remarkable intelligence would lay the foundation for something extraordinary. The true Labrador story begins with a dog that wasn't even called a Labrador. In the fishing villages of St. John's, a remarkable breed developed naturally, the St. John's water dog, sometimes called the Lesser Newfoundland. These medium-sized, short-coated dogs were perfectly adapted to their harsh environment, with webbed feet for swimming, a water-resistant double coat, and an otter-like tail that served as a rudder in turbulent waters. Imagine a misty morning in the harbor of St. John's, circa 1700. Fishing boats bob gently in the harbor while thick fog rolls in from the Grand Banks. On the docks, a black dog with intelligent brown eyes watches as fishermen prepare their nets. This is a St. John's water dog, and his day's work is about to begin, work that will help feed an entire community and forge a partnership between human and dog that will span centuries. These remarkable dogs worked alongside Newfoundland fishermen in ways that seem almost magical. When fishing nets were hauled in, some fish would inevitably escape back into the icy water. The St. John's water dogs would leap fearlessly into the frigid Atlantic, swimming with powerful strokes to retrieve every precious fish. Their mouths were so soft, so gentle, that they could carry a fish without leaving a single tooth mark, a trait that would prove invaluable in their future development. But their talents extended far beyond fish retrieval. Picture a dramatic scene. A fierce North Atlantic storm has driven a fishing boat toward dangerous rocks. In the churning, icy waters, a fisherman falls overboard. Without hesitation, a St. John's water dog plunges into the chaos of wind and waves, swimming powerfully through mountainous swells to reach the drowning man. With incredible strength and determination, the dog helps guide the fisherman back to safety, just one of countless rescues performed by these heroic canines. The dog's intelligence was legendary among the fishing communities. They seemed to understand the rhythm of the tides, the meaning of different weather patterns, and most remarkably, they could count. Fishermen would send them to retrieve specific numbers of ducks or fish, and the dogs would return with exactly the right amount, never taking more or fewer than requested. This almost supernatural intelligence, combined with their unwavering loyalty, made them indispensable partners in the harsh world of North Atlantic fishing. As the 18th century drew to a close, tales of these remarkable dogs began to spread beyond Newfoundland's shores. English nobles visiting the fishing grounds or doing business with local merchants were amazed by the dog's abilities. Picture a well-dressed English gentleman watching in astonishment as a St. John's water dog leaps from a boat, swims to shore, delivers a message to a waiting person, and returns with a reply, all without a single command being spoken. The turning point in the breed's history came in the early 1800s when English aristocrats began importing these dogs back to England. The Earl of Malmesbury is credited with bringing the first St. John's water dogs to England around 1820, though he called them Labrador dogs, perhaps confusing the Labrador Sea with Newfoundland itself. Regardless of the geographical mix-up, the name stuck, and these dogs found new purpose in the rolling countryside of England. Picture now the misty moors of Scotland and the marshy fens of England, where a different kind of hunting took place. English gentlemen pursued waterfowl in conditions that challenged both hunter and dog, and they quickly discovered that their imported Labrador dogs were perfectly suited to this work. The dogs' soft mouths, which had served them so well with fish, proved ideal for retrieving game birds without damage. Their love of water, essential in Newfoundland's fishing industry, made them fearless retrievers of ducks and geese from the coldest marshes and swiftest streams. The second Earl of Malmesbury continued his father's work, carefully breeding these dogs and refining their characteristics. In a letter from 1887, he wrote, "We always call mine Labrador dogs. They are extremely quick running, swimming, and fighting, and their sense of smell is hardly to be credited." His words capture the essence of what made these dogs so special, not just their physical abilities, but their incredible sensory gifts and their eager willingness to work alongside humans. During this period, other English nobles also fell under the spell of these remarkable dogs. The Duke of Buccleuch and the Earl of Home both established breeding programs, carefully selecting for the traits that made Labradors exceptional: intelligence, gentleness, water resistance, and above all, that indefinable quality we now call biddability, the deep desire to please and work alongside humans. Imagine a Victorian shooting party on a Scottish estate. The morning air is crisp and mist rises from a Highland loch. Gentlemen in tweeds and their ladies in long skirts gather as the dogs are released. The Labradors don't just run wild with excitement. Instead, they position themselves quietly beside their handlers, eyes alert, bodies quivering with controlled energy. When a duck falls into the loch, a black Labrador enters the water without hesitation, swimming strongly against the current, returning with the bird held gently in its mouth, not a feather out of place. But the breed's development wasn't without challenges. Back in Newfoundland, heavy dog taxes and quarantine laws were making it difficult for working families to keep their cherished dogs. Tragically, the original St. John's water dog began to decline in its homeland, eventually becoming extinct by the 1980s. It's a poignant irony that the breed that gave birth to the modern Labrador was lost in the very place where it originated, while thriving thousands of miles away in its adopted homeland. The establishment of the Labrador Retriever as a distinct breed occurred gradually through the late 1800s and early 1900s. The Kennel Club in England first recognized the breed in 1903, and breed standards were established that emphasized the qualities that made Labs special: their medium size, their dense, water-resistant coat, their friendly temperament, and their incredible retrieving instincts. As the 20th century dawned, Labradors began to spread beyond the estates of the wealthy. Their gentle nature and trainability made them ideal for a growing middle class who wanted capable hunting dogs that could also serve as family companions. Picture an Edwardian family home where children play in the garden while a yellow Labrador watches protectively, ready to retrieve a thrown ball or comfort a scraped knee with equal enthusiasm. The two world wars marked a turning point in the Labrador's story. During World War I, these dogs served as messengers, sentries, and even pack animals. Their intelligence and loyalty made them valuable military assets. But it was during World War II that labs truly proved their versatility and courage. They parachuted behind enemy lines with special forces, detected mines, and served as search and rescue dogs in bombed cities. Picture London during the Blitz, where families huddle in underground stations while bombs fall overhead. In the rubble-strewn streets, search and rescue teams work desperately to find survivors. Leading them through the chaos is a black Labrador, his nose working methodically through the debris, his calm presence bringing hope to rescuers and survivors alike. When he barks, a trained signal that he's found someone alive, hearts leap with joy and gratitude. The post-war years saw an explosion in the Labrador's popularity as returning servicemen brought home stories of these dogs' incredible abilities and unwavering loyalty. Families who had been separated by war yearned for the comfort and stability that a loving dog could provide, and labs seemed to embody everything people needed: loyalty, gentleness, intelligence, and an almost human capacity for empathy. In America, labs quickly became the most popular family dog.
The Golden Retriever, Scotland's golden gift to the world, continued. Born in Highland mist, raised with Highland pride, forever golden, forever by our side. Let your mind drift now like morning mist across the Scottish Highlands, where purple heather carpets rolling hills and ancient castles stand guard over mirror-still lochs. Here, in this land of legend and beauty, where clan tartans tell stories older than memory, and bagpipes echo across glens thick with history, begins the tale of perhaps the most beloved dog in the world, the Golden Retriever, a breed not born of accident, but of one man's passionate dream to create the perfect companion. Picture yourself walking along the shores of Loch Ness on a crisp autumn morning in the 1860s, where the water reflects golden light, and somewhere in a grand Highland estate, a gentleman named Dudley Marjoribanks, later to become Lord Tweedmouth, is about to change the world of dogs forever. His vision was simple yet profound: to create a retriever with the gentle mouth and swimming ability of a flat-coated retriever, but with a coat that would be visible against the dark Scottish landscape, and a temperament so sweet and biddable that the dog would be equally at home in the field and by the family fireside. The story begins with a chance encounter that feels touched by magic. In 1868, Lord Tweedmouth was walking through Brighton when he saw a young cobbler with an unusual dog, a bright golden-coated retriever, unlike anything he had ever seen. This dog, named Noose, was reportedly the only yellow puppy in a litter of black flat-coated retrievers, a genetic anomaly that caught the nobleman's eye immediately. Picture the excitement in Lord Tweedmouth's eyes as he negotiated to purchase Noose, somehow sensing that this golden dog held the key to his breeding dreams. Back at Goosachon, his Highland estate near Glen Affric, Lord Tweedmouth began his careful breeding program. He bred Noose to Belle, a Tweed Water Spaniel, a breed known for its intelligence, gentleness, and love of water, though now sadly extinct. Imagine the anticipation as Belle prepared to whelp in the stone-walled kennels of Goosachon, where Highland winds whispered through pine forests, and Lord Tweedmouth waited to see if his vision would become reality. The litter that Belle produced included 4 golden puppies: Primrose, Cowslip, Crocus, and Auda, names that evoke the beauty of a Highland spring. These 4 dogs would become the foundation of an entire breed, their gentle temperaments and golden coats carrying forward their breeder's dream. Picture these puppies playing in the heather-covered grounds of Goosachon, their golden fur catching the filtered sunlight that streamed through Highland mists, as if nature herself had blessed Lord Tweedmouth's endeavor. Lord Tweedmouth was a meticulous record keeper, and his detailed breeding ledgers, discovered years later, provide a fascinating glimpse into the careful development of the Golden Retriever. Over the next 20 years, he incorporated other breeds into his lines: an Irish setter to deepen the color and add elegance, a sandy-colored bloodhound to enhance scenting ability, and additional Tweedwater Spaniels to strengthen the gentle, biddable temperament he prized above all else. Picture the great man walking his estate in the early morning, accompanied by several of his golden dogs. The mist rises from the loch as he watches them work, noting which dogs show the softest mouth when retrieving, which demonstrate the greatest intelligence, which display the gentle, loving temperament that he believes will make them not just superb hunting companions, but beloved family members. Each breeding decision is made with heart and mind, guided by a vision of the perfect dog. The reputation of these yellow retrievers, or Gooseachon dogs, began to spread throughout Scotland. Other prominent breeders, recognizing the exceptional qualities of Lord Tweedmouth's dogs, acquired puppies from his lines and continued to develop the breed. Initially, they were exhibited as flat-coated retrievers, golden, or even as Russian yellow retrievers, as their true origins were still a well-kept secret within Lord Tweedmouth's family. It wasn't until 1913 that the Golden Retriever was officially recognized as a separate breed by the Kennel Club in England, thanks to the tireless efforts of individuals like Mrs. Winifred Charlesworth, who founded the Golden Retriever Club. Picture Mrs. Charlesworth, a determined woman with a vision, advocating for this beautiful new breed, explaining its unique history and remarkable qualities to a skeptical dog world. Her passion helped solidify the Golden's place among the established breeds. As the 20th century unfolded, the Golden Retriever quickly gained popularity beyond the Scottish Highlands. Their gentle nature, eagerness to please, and striking good looks made them perfect companions for families across Britain and then across the Atlantic to America. Imagine an American family in the 1930s, perhaps in a cozy bungalow in the suburbs, welcoming their first Golden Retriever puppy into their home. The puppy's playful antics and loving nature immediately capture their hearts, making it clear that this breed was destined for greatness as a family dog. During both World Wars, Golden Retrievers, much like their Labrador cousins, demonstrated their courage and versatility. They served as military dogs, carrying messages, detecting mines, and assisting in search and rescue operations. Their calm demeanor and intelligent minds made them invaluable assets in stressful wartime environments. Imagine a Golden Retriever wearing a military harness, navigating a bombed-out street, his golden coat a beacon of hope amidst the destruction, his focused gaze intent on his mission. The post-war era saw an explosion in the Golden Retriever's popularity, especially in North America. Their gentle nature, eagerness to please, and striking good looks made them a household staple. From the sprawling ranch homes of California to the traditional brownstones of New England, the Golden Retriever became a symbol of wholesome family life. Picture children tumbling in a sun-drenched backyard, a Golden Retriever patiently enduring a tea party, complete with a tiny hat, or gently retrieving a thrown ball for hours on end. Their very essence seems to radiate warmth and understanding. In the realm of canine sports, Golden Retrievers excel in obedience, agility, and competitive retrieving. Their athleticism, coupled with their intelligence, allows them to master complex commands and courses with grace and enthusiasm. Picture a Golden Retriever, ears flopping, tail wagging, leaping effortlessly over hurdles in an agility course, or meticulously retrieving a series of hidden dummies in a field trial, every movement a demonstration of their innate retrieving instincts. The breed's distinct golden coat comes in various shades, from a light, almost cream color, to a rich, deep auburn shade. Each shade tells a story of the breed's varied ancestry, from the pale coat of Noose to the influence of the Irish setter, all contributing to the spectrum of golden hues that characterize the breed. Picture a family of Golden Retriever puppies tumbling over each other, some with coats like pale moonlight, others like sunshine, and still others like burnished copper, each one a precious embodiment of their Scottish heritage. Responsible breeding practices have continued to refine the Golden Retriever, focusing not only on their temperament and beauty, but also on their health. Breeders diligently screen for conditions like hip and elbow dysplasia, heart conditions, and certain cancers, striving to ensure that these beloved dogs live long, healthy lives. This dedication reflects the deep love and respect breeders have for this extraordinary breed, ensuring its legacy for future generations. The modern Golden Retriever carries within its very being the legacy of Lord Tweedmouth's dream. When a Golden Retriever gazes at you with its soft, intelligent eyes, you're seeing centuries of careful selection for gentleness and understanding. When it retrieves a toy with its renowned soft mouth, it's echoing the actions of its ancestors retrieving waterfowl for Scottish lords. When it leans its warm golden body against yours, it's fulfilling its destiny as humanity's most steadfast and loving friend. As you settle deeper into sleep tonight, imagine the comforting presence of a Golden Retriever beside you, perhaps a young dog full of playful energy, or an older, wise companion with a dusting of white on its muzzle. Feel the warmth of its golden fur, hear its soft, contented sigh, and remember the vision of Lord Tweedmouth, who dreamed of a dog that would bring joy, purpose, and unconditional love into the lives of humans. In your dreams, perhaps you'll wander through the misty Scottish Highlands, a Golden Retriever padding faithfully beside you, its golden coat glowing in the soft light. And you'll know the unspoken connection, the deep understanding that transcends words. And you'll know why this breed, born of a nobleman's dream, has become truly a golden gift to the world, forever by our side.
From ancient lands of shepherd's call, a loyal heart to serve them all. Drift now, gentle dreamer, from the rolling hills of Scotland to the sprawling ancient forests and bustling farmlands of Germany, a land of industrious people and deep-rooted traditions. Here, in the late 19th century, a vision took hold in the mind of one man, a vision that would give birth to one of the most intelligent, loyal, and versatile dog breeds the world has ever known, the German Shepherd Dog. Picture yourself on a cool, crisp German morning, the air still damp with dew as sunlight filters through tall fir trees. Shepherds are preparing their flocks for the day, and working alongside them are dogs, not yet the sleek, defined German shepherds of today, but rather a collection of local sheepdogs, each hardy and intelligent, but lacking a standardized form or consistent temperament. They are the raw material, the unsung heroes of countless pastures waiting for someone to recognize their true potential. The story of the German Shepherd truly begins with Captain Max von Stephanitz, a man with a military background and a deep passion for canines. He believed that a perfect working dog could be created by carefully selecting and breeding these regional sheepdogs, focusing on their intelligence, their unwavering loyalty, their herding instinct, and their trainability. He envisioned a dog that was not just beautiful, but utterly dedicated to purpose, a canine partner that could excel at any task given to it. Imagine Captain von Stephanitz, a man of precise thought and firm resolve, walking through dog shows and working trials in the late 1800s. He was searching, not for the flashiest dog, but the one that embodied the spirit of diligent work and noble character. In 1899, his search culminated when he encountered a dog named Hector Lynx Rhine at a dog show. Hector was a powerful wolf-like dog with an intelligent gaze and an undeniable presence. Captain von Stephanitz immediately purchased him, renamed him Horrend von Grafroth, and declared him the first German shepherd dog. Close your eyes and visualize Horrend von Grafroth. His coat is a rich sable, his ears are erect, and his posture is alert. There's a quiet intensity in his eyes that speaks of ancient canine wisdom and a readiness to serve. He is the progenitor, the first stone laid in the foundation of a breed that would soon capture the imagination of the world.
Captain von Stephanitz, along with his friend Arthur Meyer, founded the Verein für Deutsche Schäferhunde, the SV, the Society for the German Shepherd Dog, with Horrend as the cornerstone. Their motto was simple, yet profound. The German Shepherd Dog is a working dog, or it is no German Shepherd Dog at all. This commitment to utility and purpose shaped every aspect of the breed's early development. Breeders meticulously selected dogs not just for looks, but for their ability to herd sheep, guard property, and demonstrate impeccable temperament. Picture the rigorous training fields in early 20th century Germany, where German shepherds learned discipline, obedience, and the precise art of herding, their movements fluid and purposeful as they guided flocks with gentle precision or staunch vigilance. But the world was changing rapidly, and as Germany industrialized, the need for sheepdogs diminished. However, Captain von Stephanitz, ever forward-thinking, foresaw new roles for his beloved breed. He championed the German Shepherd's incredible potential as a service dog for police, military, and rescue operations. Their intelligence, courage, and trainability made them perfectly suited for these demanding tasks. Imagine the dawn of the 20th century, a time of innovation and expanding horizons. The German Shepherd quickly gained recognition for its exceptional abilities. They became the world's first police dogs. Their keen sense of smell, tracking abilities, and protective instincts proving invaluable in maintaining public safety. Picture a German Shepherd, its powerful frame moving silently through dark alleys, its nose to the ground, tracking a suspect, its presence a silent deterrent against crime. Their work is often unseen, but their impact on security is immeasurable. The breed's reputation truly soared during World War I. Despite the chaos and devastation, German Shepherds served bravely on both sides of the conflict. They were messengers, carrying vital dispatches through dangerous battlefields. Their speed and loyalty ensured messages reached their destinations. They were sentries, standing guard in trenches, their acute hearing and vision detecting approaching enemies long before human eyes could. And most poignantly, they were search and rescue dogs, bravely venturing into the rubble of bombed villages to find wounded soldiers and civilians, their unwavering dedication bringing hope amidst despair. Picture a young soldier, wounded and alone in a muddy trench, feeling the cold seep into his bones. Suddenly, a German Shepherd appears through the fog of war, a first aid kit strapped to its back, its eyes intelligent and comforting. The dog's presence is a lifeline, a silent promise of help that transcends the horrors of conflict. These wartime efforts cemented the German Shepherd's image as a hero and a loyal companion beyond compare. After the war, returning soldiers from Allied nations carried stories of these remarkable Alsatian wolf dogs, a name given to them by the British to avoid the German association during wartime, back to their home countries. Their bravery and intelligence captivated the public imagination, and their popularity surged globally. In America, the German Shepherd found new stardom in the burgeoning film industry. Two canine actors, Rin Tin Tin and Strongheart, became international movie stars, embodying courage, loyalty, and intelligence on the silver screen. Picture audiences across America captivated by Rin Tin Tin's daring rescues and heroic deeds, his every scene reinforcing the breed's noble image and fostering a deep admiration for the German Shepherd. These canine celebrities helped to elevate the breed from working dog to beloved household name, inspiring countless families to welcome a German Shepherd into their lives. The 1920s and beyond saw the German Shepherd continue to expand its roles. They became pioneers in the field of service dogs for people with disabilities, particularly as guide dogs for the blind. Their unwavering focus, their ability to navigate complex environments, and their deep bond with their handlers made them exceptional partners. Imagine a blind person walking confidently through a busy city park, their hand resting on the harness of their German Shepherd guide dog, the dog's subtle movements conveying curbs, obstacles, and directions, a seamless dance of trust and independence. Their exceptional olfactory capabilities made them indispensable as detection dogs for law enforcement. From sniffing out illegal narcotics to explosives, German Shepherds became the silent guardians of borders, airports, and public spaces. Picture a calm, focused German Shepherd moving methodically through a luggage carousel at an airport, its powerful nose working silently, ensuring the safety of countless travelers. Their work is often unseen, but their impact on security is immeasurable. The German Shepherd's versatility extended to search and rescue operations during natural disasters, from earthquakes to avalanches. Their endurance, agility, and keen scenting abilities allowed them to locate survivors in the most challenging conditions. Imagine the aftermath of a devastating earthquake, where rescue workers toil amidst rubble. A German Shepherd, tireless and determined, scrambles over debris, its nose unerringly leading rescuers to buried victims, its bark a signal of hope echoing through the devastation. Over the decades, the breed has continued to evolve, with different lines developing for specific purposes. There are working lines, bred for performance in protection sports and law enforcement, known for their intense drive and focus. And there are show lines, bred for their conformation and appearance, often with a slightly softer temperament, suited for family life. Despite these variations, the core essence of the German Shepherd, intelligence, loyalty, and a strong desire to please, remains constant. Picture a contemporary home, perhaps a suburban house with a large backyard. A German Shepherd, vigilant yet gentle, watches over children playing, its ears perked, its senses alert. It's a protector by instinct, a playmate by choice, and a devoted family member through and through. When the children are tucked into bed, the German Shepherd might settle calmly by its human feet, a silent guardian of the night, a live-in link to its ancestral roots as a shepherd's watchful companion. The German Shepherd story is a testament to the power of human canine partnership and the incredible adaptability of a breed truly dedicated to service. From the fields of Germinal to the battlefields of global conflicts, from the silver screen to the quiet guidance of a blind person, these noble dogs have consistently demonstrated. A German Shepherd, vigilant yet gentle, watches over children playing, its ears perked, its senses alert. It's a protector by instinct, a playmate by choice, and a devoted family member through and through. When the children are tucked into bed, the German Shepherd might settle calmly by its human feet, a silent guardian of the night, a live-in link to its ancestral roots as a shepherd's watchful companion. The German Shepherd story is a testament to the power of human canine partnership and the incredible adaptability of a breed truly dedicated to service. From the fields of Germinal to the battlefields of global conflicts, from the silver screen to the quiet guidance of a blind person, these noble dogs have consistently demonstrated. Perhaps a suburban house with a large backyard. A German Shepherd, vigilant yet gentle, watches over children playing, its ears perked, its senses alert. It's a protector by instinct, a playmate by choice, and a devoted family member through and through. When the children are tucked into bed, the German Shepherd might settle calmly by its human feet, a silent guardian of the night, a live-in link to its ancestral roots as a shepherd's watchful companion. The German Shepherd story is a testament to the power of human canine partnership and the incredible adaptability of a breed truly dedicated to service. From the fields of Germinal to the battlefields of global conflicts, from the silver screen to the quiet guidance of a blind person, these noble dogs have consistently demonstrated.
The breed's reputation truly soared during World War I. Despite the chaos and devastation, German Shepherds served bravely on both sides of the conflict.
They were messengers carrying vital dispatches through dangerous battlefields, their speed and loyalty ensuring messages reached their destinations. They were sentries, standing guard in trenches, their acute hearing and vision detecting approaching enemies long before human eyes could. And most poignantly, they were search and rescue dogs, bravely venturing into the rubble of bombed villages to find wounded soldiers and civilians, their unwavering dedication bringing hope amidst despair. Picture a young soldier, wounded and alone in a muddy trench, feeling the cold seep into his bones. Suddenly, a German shepherd appears through the fog of war, a first aid kit strapped to its back, its eyes intelligent and comforting. The dog's presence is a lifeline, a silent promise of help that transcends the horrors of conflict. These wartime efforts cemented the German Shepherd's image as a hero and a loyal companion beyond compare. After the war, returning soldiers from Allied nations carried stories of these remarkable Alsatian wolf dogs, a name given to them by the British to avoid the German association during wartime, back to their home countries. Their bravery and intelligence captivated the public imagination, and their popularity surged globally. In America, the German Shepherd found new stardom in the burgeoning film industry. Two canine actors, Rin Tin Tin and Strongheart, became international movie stars, embodying courage, loyalty, and intelligence on the silver screen. Picture audiences across America captivated by Rin Tin Tin's daring rescues and heroic deeds, his every scene reinforcing the breed's noble image and fostering a deep admiration for the German Shepherd. These canine celebrities helped to elevate the breed from working dog to beloved household name, inspiring countless families to welcome a German Shepherd into their lives. The 1920s and beyond saw the German Shepherd continue to expand its roles. They became pioneers in the field of service dogs for people with disabilities, particularly as guide dogs for the blind. Their unwavering focus, their ability to navigate complex environments, and their deep bond with their handlers made them exceptional partners. Imagine a blind person walking confidently through a busy city park, their hand resting on the harness of their German Shepherd guide dog, the dog's subtle movements conveying curbs, obstacles, and directions, a seamless dance of trust and independence. Their exceptional olfactory capabilities made them indispensable as detection dogs for law enforcement. From sniffing out illegal narcotics to explosives, German Shepherds became the silent guardians of borders, airports, and public spaces. Picture a calm, focused German Shepherd moving methodically through a luggage carousel at an airport, its powerful nose working silently, ensuring the safety of countless travelers. Their work is often unseen, but their impact on security is immeasurable. The German Shepherd's versatility extended to search and rescue operations during natural disasters, from earthquakes to avalanches. Their endurance, agility, and keen scenting abilities allowed them to locate survivors in the most challenging conditions. Imagine the aftermath of a devastating earthquake, where rescue workers toil amidst rubble. A German Shepherd, tireless and determined, scrambles over debris, its nose unerringly leading rescuers to buried victims, its bark a signal of hope echoing through the devastation. Over the decades, the breed has continued to evolve, with different lines developing for specific purposes. There are working lines, bred for performance in protection sports and law enforcement, known for their intense drive and focus. And there are show lines, bred for their conformation and appearance, often with a slightly softer temperament suited for family life. Despite these variations, the core essence of the German Shepherd, intelligence, loyalty, and a strong desire to please, remains constant. Picture a contemporary family home, perhaps a suburban house with a large backyard. A German Shepherd, vigilant yet gentle, watches over children playing, its ears perked, its senses alert. It's a protector by instinct, a playmate by choice, and a devoted family member through and through. When the children are tucked into bed, the German Shepherd might settle calmly by its human's feet,
a silent guardian of the night, a living link to its ancestral roots as a shepherd's watchful companion. The German Shepherd's story is a testament to the power of human-canine partnership and the incredible adaptability of a breed truly dedicated to service. From the fields of Germany to the battlefields of global conflicts, from the silver screen to the quiet guidance of a blind person, these noble dogs have consistently demonstrated their courage, their intelligence, and their unwavering love. As you drift towards sleep tonight, carry with you the image of the German Shepherd, a dog of profound loyalty and intelligence whose watchful eyes and noble heart offer protection and companionship. Let its steady presence remind you of the strength and comfort that comes from deep, unwavering bonds. In dreams, perhaps you'll stand beside a German Shepherd on a misty hillside, feeling its powerful, silent presence and understanding the profound trust that has linked this breed to humanity for a century, a bond forged in purpose and sealed with an unbreakable loyalty that watches over us even in our deepest slumber.
The poodle, elegant companion, clever performer. Beyond the show ring's gleaming light, a working heart, both keen and bright. Drift now, gentle dreamer, from the earnest fields of Germany to the shimmering lakes and artistic salons of Europe, particularly France and Germany, where water danced and human ingenuity soared. Here begins the story of a dog often misunderstood, frequently admired for its beauty, but at its heart, a clever, hardy worker, the poodle. Picture yourself on the banks of a serene European lake in the 17th or 18th century. The air is cool, perhaps with the scent of lilies and damp earth. Hunters are preparing their fowling pieces, and by their side, eagerly awaiting their commands, are dogs with dense, curly coats and intelligent dark eyes. These are the ancestors of the modern poodle, not the pampered show dogs often depicted, but robust, powerful water retrievers. The very name poodle comes from the German word pudel, meaning to splash in water. Their original purpose was clear: to retrieve waterfowl for hunters from lakes and rivers. Imagine a hunter's shotgun echoing across the water. A poodle, with its thick, water-resistant coat and powerful webbed feet, plunges fearlessly into the cold lake, swimming with grace and efficiency, its keen nose guiding it to the fallen bird. Its distinctive curly coat, far from being just a fashion statement, provided insulation and buoyancy. The poodle's characteristic poodle clip or lion clip actually originated for practical reasons. Hunters would shave certain areas of the dog's body, like the hindquarters and legs, to reduce drag in the water, while leaving hair around joints and vital organs to protect them from the cold. Picture a poodle emerging from a frigid lake, the pom-poms on its legs and tail not decorative flourishes, but functional insulators, remnants of a working dog's utilitarian past. This unusual haircut eventually evolved into the elaborate style seen in show rings today, a testament to the breed's striking appearance. While often associated with France, where it became the national dog, the poodle's origins are deeply rooted in Germany. French aristocrats, charmed by the poodle's intelligence, trainability, and elegant bearing, adopted them as their favorite companions and performers. Picture the grand courts of Versailles, where exquisitely groomed poodles entertain nobles with their tricks, their clever minds astonishing onlookers. They were favored by royalty and artists alike, appearing in paintings and literature as symbols of grace and wit. But the poodle was far more than a decorative accessory. Its intelligence and eagerness to please made it a natural performer. Poodles became staples of circuses and traveling shows throughout Europe. Imagine a bustling town square, the air filled with the scent of popcorn and sawdust, where a poodle, perhaps a miniature or toy variety, performs astonishing feats, walking on its hind legs, leaping through hoops, or even counting numbers with barks. Their quick minds and ability to learn complex routines amazed audiences, showcasing a cleverness that few other breeds possessed. The poodle's intelligence is perhaps its most defining trait. Ranked as one of the most intelligent breeds of dogs, their minds are constantly seeking stimulation and challenges. This intellect, combined with their eager-to-please nature, makes them incredibly trainable, excelling in obedience, agility, and even specialized tasks. Picture a poodle in a modern dog training class, effortlessly mastering commands that challenge other breeds, its eyes sparkling with understanding and its tail wagging with enthusiasm. Over centuries, the poodle developed into 3 distinct sizes, each bred for different purposes, yet all sharing the same core characteristics. Standard poodle, the largest and closest to the original working retrievers, imagine them gracefully retrieving game from water, their athleticism undeniable. Miniature poodle, bred down in size from the standard poodle, likely for truffle hunting. Their keen noses were excellent for sniffing out the prized fungi, and as companion dogs in smaller households. Picture a miniature poodle delicately sniffing out truffles hidden beneath the forest floor, its cleverness at work. Toy poodle, the smallest, developed purely as a companion dog for aristocracy, often carried in sleeves or laps. Imagine a tiny toy poodle nestled in the silk-lined sleeve of a lady at a royal ball, its delicate presence a symbol of luxury and affection. Despite their varying sizes and the sometimes exaggerated grooming, the poodle has always maintained a robust constitution and an active spirit. They thrive on mental and physical engagement, debunking the myth that they are merely fussy or delicate dogs. In the 20th century, the poodle's popularity soared in America. Their non-shedding, hypoallergenic coat, a major advantage for allergy sufferers, combined with their elegant appearance and trainability, made them highly sought after. They became a symbol of sophistication, appearing in countless advertisements and becoming a favorite among celebrities. Picture a chic 1950s woman walking her perfectly groomed poodle down a fashionable street, the dog's confident stride mirroring its owner's elegance. The beagle, merry hunters, loyal friends. With nose to ground and tail held high, they follow scents beneath the sky. Drift now, gentle dreamer, from the cozy hearths of England to its rolling fields and ancient woodlands, a landscape alive with the sounds of nature and the timeless pursuit of the hunt. Here begins the cheerful and ancient tale of the beagle, a dog whose very essence is defined by its incredible nose, its merry bay, and its unwavering devotion to its pack, both canine and human. Picture yourself in medieval England, perhaps riding alongside a noble lord on a hunting expedition. The air is crisp, filled with the scent of damp earth and distant game. Trotting eagerly beside the horses are small, compact hounds with long, floppy ears and expressive brown eyes. These are the ancestors of the modern beagle, dogs bred for centuries to hunt small game, particularly hares, with their unparalleled sense of smell. The name beagle is thought to come from the Old French word béjou, meaning open throat, referring to their distinctive baying voice, or perhaps from the Celtic beag, meaning small. Regardless of its etymology, it perfectly describes these small, vocal hounds. Their lineage is ancient, with small hounds used for hunting in England for over 2,000 years. References to small hounds date back to the time of ancient Greece, with similar dogs likely brought to Britain by the Romans. During the reign of Edward III in the 14th century, small hounds were already popular. Queen Elizabeth I famously had her pocket beagles, tiny hounds so small they could fit into a glove or saddlebag, joining her on horseback hunts. Imagine Queen Elizabeth, regal in her riding attire, observing her miniature pack of beagles, their tiny legs moving with surprising speed and determination, their high-pitched, musical voices echoing through the royal forests. The beagle's enduring purpose was to hunt by scent, flushing out game for hunters.
Unlike greyhounds, which rely on sight, beagles are scent hounds, their lives dictated by the fascinating tapestry of odors that dance on the breeze and cling to the earth. Their long, pendulous ears, far from just being decorative, actually help to sweep scents towards their nose, enhancing their already extraordinary olfactory abilities. Picture a pack of beagles, their nose glued to the ground, moving in unison through a dense thicket, their tails, often tipped with white for visibility in tall grass, wagging with intense focus. Suddenly, one lets out a characteristic bay, a long, mournful yet exciting howl, signaling that it has picked up a hot trail. The rest of the pack immediately joins in, their voices blending into a harmonious chorus, a sound that has thrilled hunters for centuries and remains a hallmark of the breed. This music of the pack is not just noise, it's a form of communication, a thrilling announcement of the chase. Over the centuries, the beagle's development was intertwined with the changing practices of hunting. As fox hunting became more popular for larger hounds, beagles continued to be prized for beagling, hunting hares on foot. This made them accessible to a wider range of people, not just the landed gentry, fostering their reputation as a hardy, cheerful, and democratic hunting companion. In the 19th century, the beagle's definitive form began to emerge. Reverend Philip Honeywood established a pack of beagles in Essex, England, around 1830, which are considered to be the ancestors of the modern breed. These dogs were standardized for their appearance, size, and hunting prowess. The first beagles were brought to America soon after the Civil War, quickly gaining popularity among hunters for their effectiveness and among families for their charming personalities. The American Kennel Club recognized the beagle in 1884, and their cheerful, amiable nature soon captivated families beyond the hunting field. While they retained their hunting instincts, their compact size, low-maintenance coat, and friendly disposition made them ideal household pets. Imagine a bustling American farm in the early 20th century. A child is playing in the yard, and a beagle, perhaps just returned from a morning rabbit hunt, trots over, its tail wagging furiously, eager for a gentle scratch behind the ears or a playful tumble in the grass. Their friendly disposition, combined with their sturdy build, made them excellent companions for children always ready for an adventure. The beagle's enduring appeal in the 20th century was further cemented by its portrayal in popular culture. Perhaps the most famous beagle of all, Snoopy, from Charles M. Schulz's comic strip series, captured the hearts of millions. While Snoopy might prefer sleeping on his doghouse and battling the Red Baron, his cleverness, imagination, and underlying loyalty resonated with the breed's true spirit. Picture Snoopy on his red doghouse, typing away on his typewriter, embodying the beagle's quirky charm and independent spirit. Beyond cartoons, beagles have also proven themselves in important working roles, particularly in detection work. Their unparalleled sense of smell, combined with their generally friendly and non-intimidating appearance, make them excellent choices for sniffing out prohibited agricultural items at airports and borders. The Beagle Brigade at airports around the world utilize these keen noses to protect ecosystems and economies with a wagging tail. The beagle's social nature means they thrive in companionship, whether with humans or with other dogs. They are true pack animals, preferring not to be left alone for long periods. Their joyful barks and howls, while sometimes testing the patience of neighbors, are an expression of their merry spirit and deep connection to their surroundings. The modern beagle, whether a champion in the field, a beloved family pet, or a diligent detection dog, carries within its spirit the echoes of ancient hunts and the joy of simple companionship. When a beagle nudges your hand with its wet nose, it's a gesture rooted in millennia of partnership. When its tail wags with its whole body, it's expressing the pure, unadulterated joy of living, a joy that has accompanied humans through centuries. As you drift toward sleep tonight, let the cheerful image of the beagle fill your mind, a dog with an insatiable curiosity, an infectious optimism, and a heart as warm as sunshine. Feel its gentle presence,
Hear its imagined baying and know that this merry hunter, born of ancient tradition, continues to bring boundless love and laughter into our lives. In your dreams, perhaps you'll run through fields with a pack of beagles, feeling the thrill of the chase, the joy of discovery, and the profound companionship of a dog whose nose leads it on endless adventures and whose heart always leads it home.
The Siberian Husky, Arctic spirit, enduring heart. Through frozen wastes and wind-swept snow, their ancient spirit starts to glow. Drift now, gentle dreamer, from the rolling fields of Europe to the vast, shimmering expanses of the Arctic Circle, where the air is pure and cold, the snow stretches to the horizon, and the northern lights paint the night sky in ethereal hues. Here, in this breathtaking and challenging landscape, begins the ancient and compelling tale of the Siberian Husky, a breed born of necessity, endurance, and an unbreakable bond with its human partners. Picture yourself over 3,000 years ago, nestled within the isolated communities of the Chukchi people in Northeast Asia, modern-day Siberia. Life in this harsh environment demanded a very specific kind of canine companion, one that could pull sleds over vast distances, hunt for sustenance, endure extreme cold, and yet be gentle enough to live within the family's igloo or tent. The Chukchi, master dog breeders, developed a remarkable dog perfectly suited to their nomadic lifestyle, a dog that would become the ancestor of the Siberian Husky. These early Huskies were indispensable. They were not merely working animals, they were an extension of the family, sharing warmth in cramped living spaces and providing critical transportation across a landscape that would otherwise be impassable. Imagine a Chukchi family, wrapped in furs, their supplies loaded onto a wooden sled, and in front, a team of strong, agile dogs, their thick coats bristling against the wind, their blue or brown eyes keen and focused, pulling them purposefully across endless miles of snow and ice. The Chukchi carefully bred their dogs for specific traits: endurance, speed, a friendly disposition, a thick double coat for insulation, and a remarkable ability to thrive on minimal food. Unlike other sled dogs that might be bred for sheer power, the Chukchi dogs were bred for their incredible stamina and efficiency over long distances. They learned to conserve energy, moving with an effortless trot that could cover hundreds of miles. Their history remained largely unknown to the outside world for centuries, hidden by the immense frozen wilderness of Siberia. But that was about to change dramatically with the arrival of the Alaskan gold rush in the early 20th century. Prospectors and settlers flooded into Alaska and the Yukon, bringing with them a new kind of competition: sled dog racing. The demand for faster, more enduring teams grew, and word began to spread of the Siberian dogs from across the Bering Strait. In 1908, a Russian fur trader named William Gusak brought the first team of Siberian Huskies, then known simply as Siberian Dogs, to Alaska to compete in the All-Alaska Sweepstakes, a grueling 408-mile sled dog race. Picture the skeptical looks on the faces of the American and Canadian mushers, accustomed to their larger, more powerful Malamutes and mixed-breed dogs, as they observed Gusak's seemingly smaller, lighter dogs. They scoffed, calling them Siberian rats. But these rats proved them spectacularly wrong. While Gusak's team didn't win that first race, their incredible speed and stamina astonished everyone, finishing third and demonstrating a potential that larger dogs couldn't match over distance. This moment was the Huskies' grand entrance onto the world stage. The true legend of the Siberian Husky, however, was forged in the winter of 1925 during the Great Race of Mercy to Nome, Alaska. A deadly diphtheria epidemic threatened the remote town of Nome, and the only way to get antitoxin serum to the isolated community was by sled dog relay across 674 miles of treacherous Alaskan wilderness. 20 mushers and over 150 dogs participated in this heroic endeavor, battling blizzards, sub-zero temperatures, and blinding whiteouts.
Leading the final, most dangerous leg of the journey was a team led by the Norwegian musher Gunnar Kaysen and his lead dog Balto. Another key team was led by musher Leonard Seppala and his truly legendary lead dog, Togo, who ran the longest and most perilous portion of the relay, 264 miles through some of the worst weather conditions. Imagine the howling wind, the biting cold, the snow whipping across faces and burying trails. In the heart of this frozen hell, the Siberian Huskies, fueled by their ancient Chukchi endurance and an innate desire to run, pushed through, their paws pounding silently, their breath pluming in the frigid air. They raced against time, against nature, carrying the hopes of an entire town. Balto's statue stands proudly in New York City's Central Park, a testament to the bravery and dedication of all the dogs and mushers who participated. Togo, though lesser known to the public for many years, is now widely recognized as the true unsung hero of the Serum Run, having covered the most dangerous leg of the journey. These heroic feats cemented the Siberian Husky's reputation as a tireless, courageous, and utterly reliable working dog. Their calm demeanor, even under extreme stress, coupled with their friendly nature, made them highly sought after beyond the Arctic. In the mid-20th century, Siberian Huskies began to be adopted as family pets. Their striking blue or multicolored eyes, their wolf-like appearance, and their playful, affectionate nature captivated people worldwide. However, owners quickly learned that beneath the beautiful exterior lay a dog with immense energy and an independent spirit inherited from its working past. Picture a modern suburban home where a Siberian Husky, eyes sparkling with mischief, gleefully escapes the yard by digging under the fence or cleverly unlatching a gate. Their ancestors needed to be resourceful to survive in the Arctic, and that innate problem-solving ability often translates into an impressive talent for escape artistry in a domestic setting. Despite their independent streak, Siberian Huskies are known for being remarkably gentle and friendly, even with strangers and other dogs. They are typically not one-person dogs, often spreading their affection around the entire family. They are also notoriously poor guard dogs, more likely to greet an intruder with a wagging tail than a warning bark. Their double coat, designed to withstand temperatures as low as -50 degrees Celsius, makes them perfectly suited for cold climates, but requires careful management in warmer environments. Imagine a Siberian Husky blissfully rolling in a fresh pile of snow, its thick fur protecting it from the biting cold, its ancient instincts fully alive. The Siberian Husky continues to be a premier sled dog in races like the Iditarod and Yukon Quest, proving their enduring capabilities as long-distance athletes. But they also excel in a variety of canine sports, from agility to obedience, often surprising onlookers with their intelligence and trainability when properly motivated. Their unique vocalizations, often described as talking or wooing rather than barking, add to their charm and remind us of their wild heritage. They communicate with a range of howls, whimpers, and sounds that are distinctly husky. The Siberian Husky's story is one of survival, heroism, and the enduring spirit of a breed forged in the harshest conditions, yet possessing a heart of remarkable gentleness. When a husky gazes at you with its piercing eyes, you are looking into the soul of an ancient working dog, a creature that understands the quiet majesty of vast landscapes and the profound warmth of companionship. As you drift toward sleep tonight, let the image of the Siberian Husky guide you, a dog of unparalleled endurance, striking beauty, and a playful, loving spirit. Feel its strong, silent presence and appreciate the resilience and joy that comes from embracing life no matter the challenges. In your dreams, perhaps you'll run across endless snowfields with a team of huskies, feeling the rhythm of their powerful strides, the crisp air on your face, and the profound freedom of a spirit unbound, knowing that these incredible dogs, heroes of the frozen north, continue to carry warmth and courage into our lives.
The dachshund is a valiant hunter and a lively companion. With spirit bold and body long, they sing a joyful hunting song.
Drift now, gentle dreamer, from the vast snowy plains of the Arctic to the dense, ancient forests and bustling game preserves of Germany, a land where cleverness and courage were prized qualities in a hunting companion. Here begins the spirited and charming tale of the Dachshund, a dog whose unique shape and fearless heart were perfectly designed for a very specific and challenging task. Picture yourself in 15th century Germany, the air thick with the scent of damp earth and the rustle of leaves in a dark forest. Hunters are not just pursuing large game, they are also dealing with smaller, more elusive prey. Badgers. Badgers, with their powerful claws and fierce determination, could be a formidable foe, often retreating into their underground burrows where larger dogs couldn't follow. This is where the ancestors of the Dachshund, known as Dachskrieger or Dachskrieger, badger crawler or badger warrior, came into their own. The name Dachshund itself is German for badger dog, a direct testament to their original purpose. These dogs were meticulously bred for their distinctive long, low bodies, which allowed them to navigate tight underground tunnels. Their powerful, short legs were strong digging tools capable of excavating earth, and their broad chests gave them ample lung capacity for prolonged work underground. Imagine a dachshund, its short legs churning, its long body disappearing into a dark burrow, its determined barks echoing from deep within the earth as it cornered its quarry. Their keen sense of smell was paramount. Once underground, they relied entirely on scent to track and locate badgers, foxes, and even wild boar. Their distinctive bark, often described as a surprisingly deep and resonant bay for their size, served to alert hunters above ground to their location and the progress of the hunt. This fearless vocalization was vital in the dark, cramped confines of a badger set. Over centuries, German breeders refined the dachshund, developing two main sizes, the standard dachshund for hunting badgers and wild boar, and the miniature dachshund for hunting rabbits and stoats. They also developed three coat varieties to suit different climates and terrains. Smooth-haired, the original type with a sleek, short coat, likely descended from German and French pointers. Long-haired, developed by crossing smooth-haired dachshunds with spaniels, providing extra warmth and protection in colder climates. Imagine a long-haired dachshund, its silky coat flowing as it navigates a frosty forest floor. Wire-haired, the most recent variety, created by crossing smooth-haired dachshunds with terriers, giving them a coarse, protective coat ideal for pushing through thorny undergrowth. Picture a wire-haired dachshund, its bristly eyebrows giving it a comical yet determined expression as it sniffs out a scent. Despite their small size, dachshunds possessed an astonishing amount of courage and tenacity. They were expected to confront dangerous animals underground, often alone, relying on their bravery and intelligence. This fearless spirit, once essential for survival in the hunt, is still evident in their confident, sometimes stubborn personalities today. By the late 19th century, as large-scale hunting waned, the dachshund began its transition from a pure working dog to a beloved companion. Their lively personalities, charming expressions, and manageable size made them popular pets, first in Germany, then spreading rapidly across Europe and to America. Queen Victoria herself was known to be a great admirer of dachshunds, which significantly boosted their popularity among the aristocracy. Imagine a sophisticated Victorian drawing room where a lively dachshund, perhaps playfully chasing its own long shadow, brings laughter and warmth to a formal setting. Their comical appearance, combined with their spirited nature, made them irresistible. However, the dachshund's popularity faced a setback during World War I and II, particularly in America, due to their strong association with Germany.
For a time, they were even temporarily renamed badger dogs or liberty hounds to distance them from their German heritage. But their charming personalities and loyal hearts ultimately transcended political sentiment, and their popularity soon rebounded, stronger than ever. In the mid-20th century, the dachshund became an American icon, beloved for its distinctive silhouette and quirky charm. They were a common sight in suburban homes, often found burrowing under blankets or standing guard at the window, their surprisingly deep bark announcing every passerby. Their love of digging, a remnant of their badger hunting past, often means a well-manicured lawn might suffer the occasional excavation project orchestrated by a determined dachshund. Picture a child's bedroom, bathed in the soft glow of a nightlight, where a dachshund is meticulously burrowing under a pile of blankets, creating its perfect nest for slumber. This instinct, once a matter of survival, is now simply an endearing quirk that brings comfort and warmth. Despite their somewhat comical appearance, dachshunds are intelligent and highly trainable, though their independent and stubborn streak can present a charming challenge. They excel in earth dog trials, which simulate their natural hunting environment, allowing them to showcase their innate instincts for tunneling and badger work. They also shine in obedience and agility, demonstrating that their long bodies are surprisingly agile when properly motivated. The dachshund's elongated spine, while enabling their burrowing abilities, also requires special care. Responsible owners and breeders understand the importance of protecting their backs, discouraging jumping from high places, and promoting strong core muscles through exercise. This attention to their unique physical needs ensures they can continue to live full, happy lives. The dachshund's story is a vivid example of how a dog bred for a specific, demanding purpose can adapt and thrive as a cherished companion. Their valiant spirit, once focused on confronting formidable underground prey, is now channeled into protecting their human families, providing endless entertainment, and filling homes with their lively presence. As you drift towards sleep tonight, let the image of the dachshund bring a smile to your face, a dog of unique charm, surprising courage, and an indomitable spirit. Feel its warmth as it curls up beside you, a long, comforting presence, and appreciate the ancient wisdom in its watchful eyes. In your dreams, perhaps you'll join a determined dachshund on a whimsical adventure, its long body wiggling with excitement as it follows an intriguing scent, its joyful barks echoing through a dreamlike forest, reminding us that even the smallest among us can possess the heart of a true warrior and the soul of an utterly devoted friend.
The Shih Tzu, imperial companion, lion dog. From palaces of ancient lands, a flowing mane, a gentle hand. Drift now, gentle dreamer, far across the vast oceans to the majestic, secluded palaces and serene monasteries of ancient Tibet and imperial China, lands steeped in mysticism and rich traditions. Here begins the enchanting and regal tale of the Shih Tzu, a small dog with a proud demeanor and a flowing coat, cherished for centuries as a noble companion and a sacred symbol. Picture yourself in the opulent courts of Chinese emperors, perhaps during the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907 AD, or later, the Ming and Qing dynasties. The air is fragrant with incense, and silk tapestries adorn grand halls. Amidst this splendor, tiny lion-like dogs with lush, cascading hair pad softly across polished floors, nestled in the laps of empresses or carried on silken cushions. These are the ancestors of the Shih Tzu, dogs so precious they were considered gifts from the gods, or perhaps living embodiments of the revered lion, a symbol of royalty and power in Buddhist mythology. The Shih Tzu's lineage is deeply intertwined with Tibetan Buddhist monasteries. It's believed that they originated from crosses between ancient Tibetan breeds like the Lhasa Apso and the Pekingese, brought to China as gifts for the emperors. Imagine Tibetan monks in their remote, tranquil monasteries high in the Himalayas, breeding these small, hardy dogs, perhaps for their watchful nature or their comforting presence during meditation. The term Shih Tzu itself means lion dog in Mandarin, reflecting their long, abundant mane-like hair and the popular belief that they resembled miniature lions, sacred creatures in Buddhist mythology. For centuries, the Shih Tzu lived a life of extraordinary privilege within the Forbidden City. They were pets of the imperial family, guarded fiercely and rarely seen by outsiders. Empress Dowager Cixi, a powerful ruler in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, was particularly devoted to her Shih Tzus. She had elaborate kennels, and the dogs were trained to sit up and wave a paw in greeting, a charming display for imperial guests. Imagine the empress, adorned in silk and jewels, her hand gently stroking the soft fur of her favorite Shih Tzu, its eyes bright with intelligence and devotion. Their long, flowing coats, often tied up with ribbons or jewels in the imperial court, were not just for beauty. In the cold, drafty palaces, a thick coat provided warmth, and their small size allowed them to snuggle close to their human companions for shared body heat. Their distinctive chrysanthemum face, with hair growing upwards and outwards from the nose, was considered a mark of beauty and uniqueness. The Shih Tzu's temperament was cultivated to be the ideal companion, outgoing, affectionate, playful, and charming, yet with a touch of imperial dignity. They were bred purely to be lapdogs, providing comfort and companionship. Unlike working breeds, their job was simply to be beloved. The secret of the Shih Tzu remained largely confined to China until the early 20th century. After the fall of the Chinese monarchy in 1912, many imperial dogs were lost or scattered. It was only in the 1930s that a few Shih Tzus were brought to Europe, primarily England and Norway, by travelers and diplomats. These few individuals became the foundation stock for the breed in the Western world. Picture a ship arriving in a European port in the 1930s, and amongst the cargo a small, dignified dog arises, blinking at the new world. It was a rare and exotic sight, immediately captivating dog fanciers who recognized its unique beauty and charming disposition. The breed slowly gained recognition, first by the Kennel Club in England in 1940, though initial numbers were very small due to World War II, and later by the American Kennel Club in 1969. Their adorable faces, playful personalities, and manageable size quickly made them a popular choice for city dwellers and families alike. Despite their delicate appearance, Shih Tzus are surprisingly sturdy and adaptable. They thrive on human companionship and are happiest when they are part of family activities. Their playful nature can often lead to comical antics, making their owners laugh with their spirited zoomies or their determined attempts to help with household chores by dragging socks around. Imagine a modern apartment, sunlight streaming through a window, where a Shih Tzu is playfully wrestling with a favorite toy, its long hair bouncing as it tumbles, its every movement radiating joy. They don't require extensive exercise, preferring short walks and plenty of indoor playtime, making them ideal for apartment living or for owners with limited mobility. The Shih Tzu's luxurious coat, while beautiful, does require regular grooming to prevent tangles and mats. This grooming ritual often becomes a bonding experience between dog and owner, a quiet time of affection and care.
Their short snouts, like bulldogs, make them sensitive to extreme heat and prone to respiratory issues, requiring careful attention to their environment. More than just a pretty face, Shih Tzus are known for their loving and devoted nature. They form strong bonds with their families and are often described as Velcro dogs, preferring to be constantly close to their human companions. Their purpose, as it has been for centuries, is simply to give and receive love, a role at which they excel unconditionally. The Shih Tzu's story is a beautiful narrative of ancient heritage meeting modern companionship, of imperial luxury evolving into widespread affection. From the guarded halls of the Forbidden City to the cozy laps of families worldwide, these lion dogs continue to reign supreme in the hearts of their devoted owners. As you drift toward sleep tonight, let the image of the elegant Shih Tzu bring you peace. A small dog with a grand spirit, a loyal heart, and a face that could melt the sternest gaze. Feel its soft, comforting presence, and remember the quiet strength that lies beneath its delicate exterior, a strength born of centuries of cherished companionship, now watching over your dreams with imperial calm. In your dreams, perhaps you'll find yourself in a hidden palace garden, a playful Shih Tzu romping through blossoming flowers, its laughter echoing softly, reminding us that true royalty is found in the joy of unconditional love, a precious gift from these ancient living lions.
With powerful form and wagging tail, a joyful spirit will prevail. Drift now, gentle dreamer, from the ancient courts of China to the industrious, evolving landscapes of 19th century Germany, a place of robust work ethic and a desire for strength and purpose. Here begins the energetic and deeply loyal tale of the boxer, a dog whose powerful build and expressive face conceal a heart brimming with boundless affection and playful mischief. Picture yourself in the bustling German cities of the late 1800s, where butchers, brewers, and cattle dealers needed a specific kind of dog. Strong, agile, and courageous, capable of assisting in controlling livestock, guarding property, and even pulling small carts. These were the working-class needs that gave rise to the boxer, a descendant of the powerful Bullenbaser dogs, used for hunting large game like wild boar and bears, and later for their utility in the markets. The boxer's immediate ancestors were the Brabanter Bullenbaser dogs, dogs that originated in Belgium and Germany. These were muscular, short-nosed dogs, known for their powerful jaws and tenacity. Imagine a busy German market square filled with the sounds of commerce, and a sturdy Brabanter Bullenbaser deftly managing a stubborn ox, its strength and intelligence clearly evident. The modern boxer breed truly began to take shape in Munich around the 1900s, when these Bullenbaser types were crossed with the English Bulldog. This cross aimed to refine the breed, reducing some of the bulldog's more extreme features while retaining its powerful build and courage, and introducing the more agile and elegant form that would become the boxer. The name boxer is thought to derive from the breed's tendency to use its front paws in a distinctive boxing-like manner during play or defense. Imagine two young boxer puppies engaged in a playful tumble, batting at each other with their front paws, a charming and characteristic behavior that gave the breed its memorable name. The first boxer was registered in Germany in 1904, and the breed quickly gained recognition for its intelligence, alertness, and highly trainable nature. Captain Max von Stephanitz, the father of the German Shepherd dog, once stated that the boxer possessed the soul of a comedian, a testament to their playful spirit, yet he also praised their courage and devotion. During World War I and II, the boxer, like the German Shepherd, proved its immense value as a working military dog. They served as messengers, pack carriers, guard dogs, and even as loyal companions to soldiers on the front lines.
Their innate fearlessness combined with their intelligence and unwavering loyalty made them indispensable in the chaos of wartime. Picture a young German soldier, weary from battle, finding solace in the quiet companionship of his boxer, the dog's large, expressive eyes reflecting an understanding that transcends words, its silent presence a source of comfort and unwavering support amidst the turmoil. After the wars, returning servicemen brought stories of the boxer's bravery and loyalty back to their home countries, particularly America. This sparked a huge surge in the breed's popularity, cementing its place as a beloved family dog. Their striking appearance, a sleek, muscular body, a short, expressive muzzle, and often cropped ears and docked tails, a practice that is now declining in many parts of the world due to ethical concerns, made them stand out. Imagine a bustling American suburban park in the 1950s, filled with the laughter of children. A sleek fawn or brindle boxer, tail wagging with its whole body, bounds across the grass, eagerly chasing a ball thrown by a child, its powerful leaps a testament to its athletic heritage, its joyful playfulness a hallmark of its character. Boxers are renowned for their boundless energy, especially in their youth, often retaining a puppy-like exuberance well into adulthood. They are known for their playful wiggles, their entire body wriggling with excitement when greeting their beloved humans. They thrive on attention and are happiest when integrated into family life, not left alone for long periods. Their goofy antics and expressive faces make them constant sources of amusement for their owners. Despite their strength, boxers are remarkably gentle with children, often acting as patient guardians and playmates. Their protective instincts are strong, making them excellent watchdogs, ever alert to strangers approaching their territory. However, their initial wariness typically gives way to a friendly greeting once they perceive no threat, showcasing their balanced temperament. The boxer's short coat requires minimal grooming, but their brachycephalic, or short-nosed structure, means they are sensitive to extreme heat and strenuous exercise in warm weather, often panting and snorting. This inherited trait requires responsible owners to keep them cool and comfortable. In addition to being wonderful family companions, boxers continue to excel in various canine activities. They're popular in protection sports like Schutzhund, demonstrating their incredible discipline, strength, and controlled aggression. They also shine in obedience and agility, proving their intelligence and trainability. Their athletic build and keen minds make them versatile performers. The boxer story is a compelling narrative of a powerful working dog transforming into a cherished family member, retaining its strength and courage while embracing a deeply affectionate and playful spirit. From the markets of Germany to the battlefields of global conflicts, and finally to the warm embrace of family homes, these jovial guardians have consistently proven their loyalty and their capacity for boundless joy. As you drift towards sleep tonight, let the image of the boxer fill your mind. A dog of striking power, an infectious sense of humor, and a heart brimming with devotion. Feel its comforting presence, its playful spirit, and remember the quiet strength and unwavering love that defines this remarkable breed, a joyful protector watching over your dreams.
Where two noble lines delightfully meet, a gentle spirit, loving and sweet. Drift now, gentle dreamer, from the ancient forests and bustling markets to the more recent, innovative landscapes of the late 20th century, where human ingenuity and a desire for specific qualities began to consciously blend beloved canine traits. Here begins the heartwarming and relatively modern tale of the Golden Doodle, a dog born not from centuries of natural selection or singular purpose, but from a thoughtful cross of two of the world's most cherished breeds, the Golden Retriever and the Poodle. Picture yourself in the late 1980s or early 1990s, a time when awareness of allergies was growing, and families yearned for the companionship of a dog without the worry of shedding.
In Australia, a clever and compassionate breeder named Wally Conron, working for the Royal Guide Dogs Association of Australia, faced a challenge. A blind woman in Hawaii needed a guide dog that wouldn't aggravate her husband's allergies. Traditional guide dog breeds, like the Labrador and Golden Retriever, were excellent, but they shed. The poodle, known for its non-shedding coat and high intelligence, seemed like a solution, but lacked the sturdy, calm presence sometimes preferred for guide work. Conron made a pioneering decision. He bred a standard poodle with a Labrador Retriever, creating the first Labradoodle. The success of this cross, demonstrating both hypoallergenic qualities and guide dog potential, sparked an idea. Why not combine the beloved traits of the Golden Retriever, their unwavering gentleness, biddability, and iconic soft mouth, with the poodle's renowned intelligence and low-shedding coat? And so the Golden Doodle was born. Imagine the first litter of Golden Doodle puppies, a delightful mix of golden hues and varying curl patterns tumbling playfully in a sunlit yard. These puppies were a testament to a new era of dog breeding, one focused on combining the best attributes of parent breeds to create dogs perfectly suited for modern family life, often with the added benefit of being more allergy-friendly. The Golden Doodle quickly captured hearts with its enduring combination of traits. From the Golden Retriever, they inherited a warm, friendly disposition, an eagerness to please, and almost an intuitive understanding of human emotions. This means they are often incredibly patient with children, sociable with other pets, and possess an inherent desire to be part of every family activity. Picture a Golden Doodle, its tail wagging like a joyful pendulum, patiently allowing a toddler to read to it, its gentle eyes fixed on the child with unwavering affection. From the poodle side, Golden Doodles gained their renowned intelligence and, crucially, their low-shedding, often hypoallergenic coats. This opened the door to dog ownership for countless individuals and families who previously couldn't have a dog due to allergies. Imagine the relief and joy of a child with severe allergies finally able to bury their face in the soft, curly fur of a Golden Doodle without fear of an allergic reaction, experiencing the profound comfort of canine companionship for the very first time. Their coats vary significantly, from wavy fleece coats that feel soft and plush to curly wool coats resembling a sheep's fleece, and even straighter hair coats, depending on the genetic contribution from each parent. The range of colors is equally diverse, including cream, gold, red, chocolate, black, and even multicolored party doodles. This delightful variety adds to their unique charm, making each Golden Doodle a one-of-a-kind creation. While Golden Doodles are often bred primarily as companion animals, their combined intelligence and eager-to-please nature make them highly trainable and adaptable. They excel in obedience classes, often picking up commands with remarkable speed. Their friendly disposition and intuitive empathy also make them outstanding therapy dogs. Picture a Golden Doodle, its soft curls inviting touch, bringing comfort to patients in a hospital, its calm presence easing anxiety and bringing smiles. Their gentle, loving nature seems perfectly suited to providing emotional support and a sense of calm to those in need. They are also increasingly popular as service dogs for individuals with various disabilities, demonstrating their capacity for serious work when properly trained. However, the Golden Doodle's exuberance and intelligence mean they require mental and physical stimulation. They are not content to be mere couch potatoes. They thrive on daily walks, playtime, and engaging activities that challenge their clever minds. A bored Golden Doodle can become a mischievous Golden Doodle, seeking out its own forms of entertainment. The Golden Doodle represents a thoughtful evolution in dog breeding, moving beyond ancient purposes to meet modern human needs. While not yet a formally recognized breed by major kennel clubs, they are considered a designer dog or hybrid. Their consistent temperament and desirable traits have garnered them immense popularity worldwide. Dedicated breeders continue to focus on health testing and ethical practices to ensure the Golden Doodle's legacy as a healthy, loving companion. The Golden Doodle's story is a beautiful testament to the power of thoughtful crossbreeding, creating a dog that embodies the best of two beloved worlds. They are a modern marvel of charm, grace, and an unwavering capacity for love, bringing joy and companionship to countless families across the globe. As you drift towards sleep tonight, let the image of the Golden Doodle fill your dreams, a dog of golden sunshine and curly clouds, a harmonious blend of intelligence and affection. Feel its soft fur, imagine its happy tail wagging, and know that this gentle spirit, born of a thoughtful vision, offers boundless love and comforting companionship, a modern guardian watching over your peaceful rest. In your dreams, perhaps you'll find yourself in a sun-dappled meadow, a joyful Golden Doodle romping playfully beside you, its happy barks echoing with pure delight, reminding us that sometimes the most wonderful creations arise when two beautiful things come together, forming something even more extraordinary.
The French Bulldog, charming companion, bat-eared friend. With wrinkled brow and snorting sigh, a loyal friend passes by. Drift now, gentle dreamer, from the rolling landscapes of the modern world to the charming cobbled streets and burgeoning industrial centers of 19th century France and England. Here begins the utterly captivating tale of the French Bulldog, a small dog with an unforgettable face, distinctive bat ears, and a personality brimming with charm and affectionate devotion. Picture yourself in the lace-making towns of Nottingham, England in the mid-1800s. English bulldog breeders were downsizing their dogs, creating smaller versions known as toy bulldogs. These tiny bulldogs, often considered rejects by some breeders of the larger, more traditional fighting bulldogs, found a surprising new home and purpose. French lace workers, displaced by the Industrial Revolution, began to emigrate from England to France, and many brought their beloved toy bulldogs with them. In France, these small bulldogs quickly became incredibly popular, particularly among Parisian women, artists, and bohemian society. They were no longer working dogs. Their job was simply to be charming companions, entertainers, and fashion accessories. Imagine an artist's studio in Montmartre, Paris, the air filled with the scent of oil paint and coffee. A small, brindle-coated dog with upright, expressive ears sits patiently by the easel, its comical face gazing up at its human, its presence a comforting muse. The defining characteristic that set the French Bulldog apart from its English ancestors was the development of its bat ears. While some early toy bulldogs in England had erect ears, many were still rose-eared like their larger cousins. In France, the preference for the upright, rounded bat ears became dominant, a feature that distinguishes the French Bulldog to this day. Imagine breeders in France selecting for this unique ear shape, unwittingly creating a future icon of the dog world. The French Bulldog, or Bulldog Français as they were known, became an immediate sensation. They were symbols of chic Parisian life, often seen lounging in cafes, accompanying fashionable ladies on walks, or even appearing in postcards and artworks of the era. Their compact size made them perfect for city living, their affectionate nature made them ideal lapdogs, and their quirky personalities provided endless amusement. The late 19th century saw a dispute between English and American breeders over the correct ear type. English breeders initially preferred the rose ear, while American fanciers championed the bat ear. This transatlantic debate was eventually settled, with the distinctive bat ear becoming the recognized standard for the breed worldwide, a testament to its unique appeal.
By the early 20th century, the French Bulldog had crossed the Atlantic and gained significant popularity in America, particularly among the wealthy elite. They were considered high-status pets, costing exorbitant sums. The breed's charming expression, playful snorts, and comical gait made them irresistible. Imagine a sophisticated New York City apartment in the roaring 20s, where a French bulldog, perhaps adorned with a small jeweled collar, naps contentedly on a velvet cushion, stirring only to offer a characteristic snort of contentment or to demand a gentle ear rub from its adoring owner. Despite their delicate appearance and short stature, French bulldogs possess a surprising amount of personality and courage. They are alert and attentive, making surprisingly good watchdogs, though their barks are typically more of a warning than an actual threat. Their protective instincts are often directed towards their family, whom they guard with a fierce, unwavering loyalty. French bulldogs are renowned for their playful, clownish antics. They love to entertain their humans with their unique brand of humor, often rolling on their backs, chasing their tails with determined focus, or simply gazing up with their soulful, expressive eyes, melting hearts with their charm.
Their brachycephalic, short-nosed structure, inherited from their bulldog ancestors, means they are particularly susceptible to heat stroke and breathing difficulties. Responsible ownership includes keeping them cool in warm weather, limiting strenuous exercise, and being attentive to any signs of respiratory distress. Their charming grunts, snorts, and snores are part of their unique appeal, a constant, comforting soundtrack to their presence. French bulldogs thrive on human companionship and do not do well when left alone for long periods. They are happiest when they are snuggled on a lap, sharing a sofa, or simply being within sight of their beloved humans. Their affectionate nature makes them wonderful companions for individuals, couples, and families alike. The French Bulldog's story is a delightful journey from a working-class English import to a symbol of Parisian chic, and finally to a universally beloved companion. They're a testament to the fact that sometimes the most charming and comforting friends come in small, snorting, bat-eared packages. As you drift towards sleep tonight, let the image of the charming French bulldog bring a gentle smile to your face, a dog whose unique appearance is only matched by its boundless affection and playful spirit. Feel its warm, compact body snuggled close, and know that this little friend, with its profound capacity for love, watches over your dreams with a happy, snorting sigh. In your dreams, perhaps you'll wander through a quaint Parisian street with a French bulldog trotting cheerfully beside you, its bat ears twitching with curiosity, its charming snorts filling the air with quiet joy, reminding us that sometimes the greatest gifts are wrapped in the most unexpectedly endearing forms. The Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Regal grace, gentle heart. With soulful eyes and silken grace, a loyal love in every space. Drift now, gentle dreamer, from the bustling cities of modern Europe back to the elegant courts and grand estates of England during the Renaissance and beyond. Here begins the tender and aristocratic tale of the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, a breed whose very name echoes with royalty and whose gentle demeanor has made it a beloved companion for centuries. Picture yourself in the 17th century in the stately homes of English nobility. King Charles I and his son Charles II were known for their profound affection for small spaniels. These were not the larger sporting spaniels used for flushing game, but smaller, more delicate dogs with expressive eyes and long, flowing ears who were constant companions to the royal family. Imagine King Charles II, rarely seen without several of these little spaniels at his heels, even decreeing that the King Charles Spaniel should never be separated from him.
a testament to his deep attachment. These were the original King Charles Spaniels, beloved for their gentle temperaments and their ability to provide comfort and warmth. They were often depicted in royal portraits, nestled in the laps of queens and princesses, their presence a symbol of the luxurious and affectionate life within the royal court. Over time, breeding trends shifted, and the King Charles Spaniel began to develop a flatter face and a more domed skull, resembling what we now know as the English Toy Spaniel, or King Charles Spaniel in the UK. The original longer muzzled Spaniel, the kind so beloved by the early Stuart kings, nearly faded into obscurity. However, in the early 20th century, an American named Roswell Eldridge sought to revive the original type of King Charles Spaniel, the dog depicted in the portraits of Charles I and II. He offered a significant monetary prize at the Crufts Dog Show in England for the Blenheim Spaniels of the old type, specifically those with a longer muzzle and a flat skull. Imagine dog enthusiasts and breeders inspired by Eldridge's vision and the allure of recreating a piece of living history, carefully selecting dogs that harken back to the Spaniels of the Cavalier era. This dedicated effort led to the re-emergence of the breed as we know it today, with its characteristic longer nose and gentle expression. The revived breed was named the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Cavalier referring to the royalist supporters of King Charles I during the English Civil War, many of whom were also devoted to these spaniels. This name beautifully linked the breed to its historical royal patronage. The Cavalier quickly regained popularity for its exquisite temperament. They are known for being exceptionally affectionate, gentle, and good-natured dogs, thriving on human companionship. They are equally happy cuddling on the sofa or going for a leisurely walk, adapting well to various lifestyles. Picture a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel curled up on a soft blanket, its soulful eyes gazing adoringly at its human, its long ears framing its sweet face. They are particularly known for their patience and gentleness with children, often forming strong and loving bonds with even the youngest members of the family. Their playful but not overly boisterous nature make them ideal companions for families seeking a loving and adaptable dog. Imagine a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel curled up on a soft blanket, its soulful eyes gazing adoringly at its human, its long ears framing its sweet face. They also get along well with other dogs and even cats, their friendly nature extending beyond their human family. They are social creatures who enjoy the company of others, a trait that makes them wonderful additions to multi-pet households. Their beautiful silky coat comes in 4 recognized colors: Blenheim, a rich chestnut markings on a pearly white background; tricolor, black and white with tan markings; ruby, a rich, whole-colored red; and black and tan. Each color variation adds to their visual appeal, showcasing their elegant Spaniel heritage. Imagine a Cavalier with a flowing Blenheim coat gracefully trotting through a park, its beauty capturing the attention of all who pass by. Despite their aristocratic background and refined appearance, Cavaliers are not overly demanding in terms of exercise. They enjoy regular walks and playtime, but are equally content with indoor cuddles. Their adaptability is one of their most endearing qualities. However, like many small breeds, Cavaliers can be prone to certain health issues, including heart conditions and syringomyelia, a condition affecting the spinal cord. Responsible breeders are dedicated to screening their dogs to minimize the occurrence of these problems and ensure the health and well-being of the breed. The Cavalier King Charles Spaniel's story is a charming narrative of royal affection, near extinction, and passionate revival, resulting in a breed renowned for its gentle heart and unwavering devotion. From the laps of kings to the cozy homes of families around the world, these elegant spaniels continue to offer their unconditional love and comforting presence. As you drift towards sleep tonight, let the image of the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel bring you serenity. A dog with soulful eyes that reflect centuries of gentle companionship and a heart that offers boundless affection. Feel its soft, silky fur and remember the enduring power of a loving bond, a regal friend watching over your peaceful slumber. In your dreams, perhaps you'll stroll through a historic English garden, a graceful cavalier trotting faithfully by you, its long ears swaying gently, its loving gaze a constant source of comfort, reminding us that true royalty lies in the quiet elegance of a kind and devoted heart.
The Shetland Sheepdog, miniature collie, agile mind. Drift now, gentle dreamer, from the manicured gardens of English estates to the rugged, windswept Shetland Islands, a remote archipelago northeast of Scotland, where the sea meets the sky in a constant dance of mist and light. Here begins the resourceful and intelligent tale of the Shetland Sheepdog, a small but mighty herding breed perfectly adapted to its challenging island home. Picture yourself on the Shetland Islands centuries ago, a land of hardy crofters tending small flocks of sheep amidst a starkly beautiful landscape. The sheep themselves were small and agile, able to navigate the rocky terrain and sparse vegetation. The dogs needed to be equally resilient and intelligent, capable of working independently, protecting the flock from harsh weather and the occasional predator. These were the early Shelties, smaller versions of the collies found on mainland Scotland, developed through generations of natural selection and the careful breeding of the islanders. The Shetland Sheepdog evolved to be smaller than the mainland collie, a practical adaptation to the limited resources of the islands and the smaller size of the Shetland sheep. They were quick, nimble, and possessed a sharp, intuitive understanding of herding. Imagine a small, agile dog expertly guiding a flock of Shetland sheep across a rocky hillside, its focused gaze and subtle movements demonstrating a deep connection to its work. Originally known as the Toonie dog, from the local word for farm, or fairy dog, due to their small size and seemingly magical ability to control sheep, these dogs were indispensable to the crofters. They were not just workers, they were members of the family, often sharing the small cottages and providing companionship as well as invaluable assistance with livestock. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, as the outside world began to take interest in the unique animals of the Shetland Islands, these little herding dogs started to be noticed. Visitors were charmed by their intelligence, their beautiful flowing coats, developed to protect them from the harsh island weather, and their striking resemblance to their larger collie cousins. Breeders on mainland Britain took an interest in developing the Shetland Sheepdog as a distinct breed. Initially, there was some debate about their size and appearance, with some breeders favoring a very small, almost toy-like dog. However, a consensus eventually emerged around a slightly larger, more robust dog that retained its herding capabilities and elegant collie-like appearance. Imagine early dog shows in Britain, where these charming little herders, with their alert expressions and graceful movements, captivated audiences. Their intelligence was evident in their keen eyes, and their flowing coats showcased the resilience they had developed in their island home. The Shetland Sheepdog arrived in North America in the early 20th century and quickly gained popularity. Their intelligence and trainability made them excellent performers in obedience trials, and their affectionate nature made them wonderful family pets. They became known for their loyalty and their strong bond with their human families, often being described as shadows who follow their owners from room to room. Picture a suburban home where a Shetland Sheepdog diligently helps with household chores by gently nudging stray toys into a basket, its eager-to-please attitude shining through in every action. Their herding instincts often extend to their human families, and they may gently herd children or other pets, a harmless and endearing behavior rooted in their ancestry. Shelties are renowned for their intelligence and their eagerness to learn.
They excel in a wide range of canine activities, including obedience, agility, herding trials, and even therapy work. Their quick minds and their desire to please make them a joy to train. Imagine a Shetland sheepdog navigating a complex agility course with speed and precision, its focus and athleticism a testament to its agile mind and body. Their beautiful double coat, while providing excellent protection against the elements, does require regular grooming to prevent mats and tangles. This grooming time can become a special bonding ritual between owner and dog. While generally friendly, Shetland sheepdogs can be initially reserved with strangers, a trait that likely developed from their need to be watchful guardians on the isolated Shetland farms. Early socialization is important to ensure they develop into confident and well-adjusted companions. They're also known to be vocal, often alerting their families to anything they deem out of the ordinary, a trait that served them well as alert herders. The Shetland sheepdog story is a charming tale of adaptation, resilience, and intelligence, a journey from the rugged Shetland Islands to loving homes around the world. These miniature collies, with their agile minds and loyal hearts, continue to charm and delight their owners with their beauty, their cleverness, and their unwavering devotion. As you drift toward sleep tonight, let the image of the Shetland sheepdog bring you comfort. A small dog with a big heart and an intelligent gaze, a loyal guardian and a loving friend. Feel its gentle presence, and remember the resourcefulness and adaptability of a breed forged in a challenging land, now offering its steadfast companionship to your peaceful slumber. In your dreams, perhaps you'll roam across the wind-swept Shetland Islands, a nimble Sheltie herding imaginary sheep with graceful ease, its happy barks echoing on the breeze, reminding us that even the smallest among us can possess remarkable intelligence, unwavering loyalty, and a spirit that is both strong and gentle. The Yorkshire Terrier, spirited terrier, tiny titan. From northern mills to noble laps, a tiny heart, a spirit that taps. Drift now, gentle dreamer, from the rugged islands of Scotland to the smoky, bustling, industrial towns of 19th century Yorkshire, England, a place where the looms hummed and coal dust settled, and where even the smallest creature played a vital role. Here begins the feisty and charming tale of the Yorkshire Terrier, a tiny dog with a giant personality and a surprising working past. Picture yourself in the grim, hard-working coal mines and textile mills of mid-1800s Yorkshire. Life was hard, and pest control was essential. Larger dogs were often too expensive to feed and too cumbersome for the cramped living conditions of the working class. What was needed was a small, fearless dog, agile enough to pursue rats and mice into tight crevices, yet hardy enough to withstand the rigors of a challenging environment. This is where the ancestors of the Yorkshire Terrier, then known as broken-haired Scotch Terriers or toy terriers, proved their worth. These early Yorkshire Terriers were a mix of various terrier breeds brought to Yorkshire by Scottish weavers and mill workers seeking employment. They likely included the Skye Terrier, the now extinct Paisley and Clydesdale Terriers, and perhaps even the Waterside Terrier. Imagine a small, scruffy terrier, its keen eyes darting through the shadows of a noisy textile mill, its ears perked, its tiny body vibrating with alert determination as it rooted out vermin, protecting precious food stores and preventing the spread of disease. They were not merely pets, they were integral working dogs, fiercely efficient at keeping premises free of rats. Their small size was an advantage, allowing them to navigate machinery and tight spaces, and their sharp intelligence made them quick learners. As the industrial age progressed and leisure time became more prevalent, these working terriers began to attract the attention of the middle and upper classes. Their beautiful, silky coats, a byproduct of their terrier ancestry, became highly desirable, and breeders began to focus on refining their appearance. The turning point came with a famous dog named Huddersfield Ben, born in 1865. Though he died young, Huddersfield Ben was an incredibly influential stud dog and show dog, considered the father of the modern Yorkshire Terrier. He established the breed's standard size, coloring, and the long, flowing coat that would become its hallmark. Picture Huddersfield Ben groomed to perfection, his silky blue and tan coat gleaming under the gaslights of a Victorian dog show, captivating audiences with his regal bearing, despite his small stature. By 1886, the breed was officially recognized as the Yorkshire Terrier, named after the county where it had been so carefully developed. Their transformation from humble rat catchers to fashionable lapdogs was complete, yet they never lost their spirited terrier heart. The late 19th and early 20th centuries saw the Yorkshire Terrier become immensely popular as a fashionable companion dog. Their portability, their charming personalities, and their elegant appearance made them favorites among ladies of society, both in England and across the Atlantic in America. Imagine a sophisticated lady dressed in her finest gown, attending a grand Edwardian tea party, her tiny Yorkshire Terrier nestled comfortably in her arms or peeking mischievously from her silk purse. Their ability to adapt from the grit of the mill floor to the glamour of the parlor speaks volumes about their versatility and enduring nature. They don't retain the characteristic boldness, confidence, and feistiness of their terrier ancestors. They are often described as having a big dog personality in a small dog's body. They are alert and vocal, making surprisingly effective little watchdogs, always ready to announce the arrival of a visitor or a passing squirrel. Their flowing, floor-length coat, which closely resembles human hair, requires significant daily grooming to prevent mats and keep it in pristine condition. This grooming routine often becomes a cherished bonding experience between the Yorkie and its owner, a quiet moment of affection and care. For many pet owners, the coat is kept in a shorter puppy cut for practicality, which still highlights their dainty elegance. Yorkies are highly intelligent and trainable, excelling in obedience and agility, often surprising people with their quick wit and agility. They thrive on mental stimulation and enjoy learning new tricks. Their confident nature means they can sometimes be a bit headstrong, but with consistent, positive training, they can be remarkably well behaved. They form incredibly strong bonds with their human families and thrive on companionship, preferring to be constantly close to their loved ones. While they can be playful and energetic, they are also content to snuggle on a lap, providing warmth and comfort. Their small size make them ideal for apartment living, but their spirited nature still requires daily walks and playtime. The Yorkshire Terrier's story is a compelling narrative of humble beginnings, a testament to resilience, and a transformation into one of the world's most beloved companion dogs. From the grit of the Industrial Revolution to the glamour of high society, these tiny titans have proven that courage and a loving heart come in the smallest of packages. As you drift towards sleep tonight, let the image of the spirited Yorkshire Terrier bring you comfort. A tiny dog with a huge heart, a confident stride, and a loving gaze. Feel its soft, silky fur, and remember the quiet strength and enduring affection that defines this remarkable breed, a tiny titan watching over your peaceful dreams. In your dreams, perhaps you'll see a Yorkshire Terrier, its tiny paws bravely exploring a vast, fantastical world, its cheerful barks echoing with delight, reminding us that even the smallest beings can possess the most magnificent spirits
and the most unwavering loyalty.
The Great Dane, noble giant, gentle friend. With giant heart and noble grace, they guard with love in every space. Drift now, gentle dreamer, from the quaint parlors of Victorian England to the grand hunting estates and aristocratic courts of 16th century Germany, a land of vast forests and formidable game. Here begins the majestic and surprisingly gentle tale of the Great Dane, a dog of immense size and powerful presence, yet renowned for its affectionate nature and calm demeanor. Picture yourself in a medieval European castle, its stone walls echoing with history. Dogs of immense stature, powerful and fearless, were needed for hunting formidable game like wild boar and bear. These were the ancestors of the Great Dane, dogs bred for their incredible strength, speed, and courage. Known as boarhounds or German mastiffs, they were formidable hunters, capable of confronting and holding down dangerous prey. While their exact lineage is debated, it is believed they descended from ancient mastiff-like dogs brought to Europe by the Alans, an ancient nomadic people, and further refined through crosses with powerful greyhounds, which contributed to their elegant athletic build and incredible speed. Imagine a group of these early ancestors, sleek and muscular, coursing through a dense German forest, their powerful strides covering ground with astonishing speed, their courage unmatched as they face down a charging boar. By the 16th century, German nobility began to keep these large dogs not only for hunting, but also as esteemed guard dogs for their estates and companions for their noble families. The largest and most elegant specimens were adorned with gilded collars and known as Kammerhunde, chamber dogs, signifying their privileged status, often sleeping in the chambers of their lords. This marked a shift from purely functional hunting dogs to valued companions. The name Great Dane is something of a misnomer, as the breed's origins are firmly in Germany, not Denmark. It's believed the name arose from an 18th century French naturalist who saw the dogs in Denmark and called them Comme Danois. Despite the geographical confusion, the name stuck, particularly in English-speaking countries. In Germany, they are still known as Deutsche Dog or German Mastiff. The true refinement of the modern Great Dane began in the 19th century, particularly in Germany, where breeders worked to temper their aggressive instincts, making them gentler and more suitable as companions, while retaining their impressive size and elegant form. They aimed for a dog that was both a formidable protector and a gentle family friend. Imagine a grand German estate in the late 1800s, a towering Great Dane, its muscular body draped in elegant harlequin or fawn markings, gracefully pads across the polished floors, its calm demeanor belying its immense power, its watchful eyes always attentive to its human family. The Great Dane arrived in America in the late 19th century and quickly gained admiration for its majestic appearance and gentle nature. They were recognized by the American Kennel Club in 1887. Their impressive size, often referred to as the Apollo of dogs, made them stand out, but it was their surprising gentleness that truly won hearts. Despite their imposing stature, Great Danes are famously known as gentle giants. They are incredibly affectionate, patient, and deeply devoted to their families. They are often surprisingly gentle with children, though their sheer size means supervision is always wise to prevent accidental bumps.
Their loving nature means they thrive on close human companionship and often see themselves as lap dogs, despite weighing well over 100 pounds. Picture a large, majestic Great Dane attempting to curl up on a cozy armchair, its long legs dangling, its massive head resting on its human's lap, its deep, contented sigh filling the room. Their desire to be close to their families is profound, and they can suffer from separation anxiety if left alone for too long. Great Danes come in a variety of striking colors: fawn, which is golden tan with a black mask; brindle, which is fawn and black striped; blue, which is a steel blue-gray, black; and the iconic harlequin, which is pure white with irregular black patches. Each color adds to their regal presence, making them truly breathtaking to behold. Their majestic appearance and calm demeanor have led them to roles beyond companionship. They serve as excellent therapy dogs. Their calming presence and soft fur bring comfort to those in hospitals and nursing homes. Their impressive size can be comforting and reassuring, making them surprisingly good lap dogs for those who need a large, warm presence. However, owning a Great Dane requires understanding their unique needs. Their rapid growth during puppyhood demands specialized nutrition to support healthy bone development. Their short lifespan, typically 7 to 10 years, is a poignant reality for owners, making every moment with these noble giants precious. Their large size also means everything from food bowls to vet bills are proportionately larger. The Great Dane story is a magnificent narrative of transformation, from a fearless boar hunter to a noble companion and a gentle family protector. They embody a powerful paradox: immense strength coupled with an incredibly tender heart. As you drift towards sleep tonight, let the image of the Great Dane bring you peace. A towering dog with a gentle soul, a silent guardian whose loving gaze offers profound comfort. Feel its reassuring presence and remember the quiet majesty and boundless affection that defines this remarkable breed. A gentle giant watching over your peaceful dreams. In your dreams, perhaps you'll walk through a vast, moonlit landscape with a Great Dane striding gracefully beside you, its noble head held high and its powerful presence a comforting silhouette, reminding us that true greatness lies not just in size, but in the immeasurable depth of a loving and loyal heart.